It is not a red room team. No, it is a military skill team. And guess who's finally getting the military tag to go along with Red Guardian, Yelena Belova on this military skill team. We're talking about their kits and reworks to the Punisher, Killmonger, Merc Soldier, and how good is this new military skill team? We're gonna take a look at the footage and their full kits, guys. So if you're ready for that, find that like button and let's go smash it.
ValleyFlyin.
Hello friends, welcome back to the ValleyFlyin channel. I am ValleyFlyin. I hope you're doing well and I hope you're ready to learn all about this brand new military skill team. Yeah, you heard me right, military skill team. Not a red room team like they were being called as far as the rumors. No, military skill team. It is still led by Red Guardian, Yelena Belova, but we got some existing characters getting reworked to fit on this military skill team. Finally, Punisher getting that military tag. Finally, Killmonger getting that military tag. And oh yeah, the forgotten Merc Soldier. He looks like he is finally going to have a place on this military skill team, a good war offense team. We got all their kits, all their reworks, and footage of them in battle. Now, the footage provided in this video was provided by Scopely as part of their Envoy program, but all the opinions about this team, good, bad, indifferent, are my own. Now, if this is your first time here, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button, that red subscribe button right here, and that bell, that notification bell, so you get notified every time a new video goes up. But without further ado, guys, let's go check out the kits for these new characters. Let's start with Yelena. And here we see the other Black Widow, Yelena Belova, and as we look at her tags, Hero, Global, Skill, Blaster, which means that she should have some pretty low health, some pretty high damage, and Military, getting the tags there. And based on her stats of a 7 gold star character, 4 red star, level 80, gear tier 14, no ISO 8 in this character, and maxed on the T4s, this is what her base stats are going to look like. And as we see, her health, as to be expected, pretty low for a character of this build, but she is a blaster, and she offers some interesting things that not a lot of blasters add in this game. Her damage, though, is very, very high. One of the top damage dealers for someone of this build at this level. Armor, not that crazy, but that is to be expected as she is a blaster, but her focus is very, very high, and she's going to need that for some of her skills here. And as we move along, we see her speed is at 124, so one of the faster characters in the game. There's only maybe about 10, 15 characters that are faster than her, so very, very good start to her base stats. Let's go take a look at her passive first. Red Room Graduate on offense up. She is going to gain stealth. Now, while this character isn't stealth, she's going to get 100% crit damage and lower crit chance for all enemies, which is interesting because as a blaster, she's offering some sustainability for the rest of her team and also gaining more crit damage, so increasing the attack that she can do. Now, in addition, what she's going to do is lower the chance to assist on non-attack abilities for all enemies by 25% per military skill allies, up to a maximum of 100. So on a full military skill team, well, no chance to get a non-attacking ability, or no chance for an assist on a non-attacking ability for all of the enemies. So helping with that and hard counter to some teams that you're gonna see coming up. So this looks very good. And the T4, I can't see because it's behind me, but it's adding 50% crit damage and lowering crit chance amount by an additional 15%. So that is what her T4 does for her passive there. Let's move on to Widow Strike, which is her basic there. Attacking primary target, 250% damage, gaining an assist from a random military skill or Black Widow allies. So you're probably going to want to use her on a military skill team based on all the synergy, but if you want to have Black Widow and the other Black Widow team up, well, you can do that, and there's a little bit of a synergy with the basic right here. If this character or any ally has stealth, transfer 2 positive effects, excluding taunt, on primary target to self. And you notice that kind of mechanic as a theme for the rest of these military skill heroes, guys. So keep that in mind. Looking pretty good so far. And what the T4 does, well, it's going to add 50% extra damage to the primary target. And if this character or any ally has stealth, always transferring the positive effects before that. If we look at the level 4, it's only a 50% chance. So this seems like a good T4 if you're using this skill a lot. Let's move on. Let's take a look at her special right here, because this is a very good move. Going dark, available on turn 1, 4-turn cooldown, transferring 1 positive effect, excluding taunt, from primary target to self and all skill military allies. Actually, this is the one that most of these military skill allies have, transferring positive effects to everybody on the team, except for taunt. Attacking the primary target, 280% damage, applying disrupted for 2 turns. Very, very big in looking to counter certain teams there. Gaining 2 stealth up to a maximum of 3, and the T4, what it does, 40% damage to the primary target, applying disrupted for 2 turns, and before that, it looks like she's just gonna apply disrupted, and adding 2 stealth to a maximum of 3. So yeah, this is a pretty decent T4 as well. I'm actually liking all these T4s so far. Not sure which one I like best so far, but they all seem pretty good. So let's keep moving on though, and look at her ultimate. What she's gonna do. It is a 5-turn cooldown, available on turn 2 because you're starting with 3 ability energy, attacking the primary and adjacent targets, 300% damage, clearing all deflects. So this looks like a good war team, and deflects very prevalent in war, so that's a good one right there for her to have. And this attack has 50% extra crit chance, and that's to go along with extra crit damage that she has on her passive right there. This attack cannot be blocked. So big move, clearing all deflect. This is pretty good. Now, I'm not sure what the turn order is. If she clears it and then the ISO 8 bonus, so maybe Raider for this character if it procs in that order. If it does it after, well, deflect just kind of ruins that. So we'll have to see what order this procs. I know how it reads, but sometimes these skills don't always proc in the order that it reads. And what the T4 does, 50% extra damage to primary and secondary targets, and gaining extra crit chance. So very, very good skill as well. This may be one of the best skills on her, but yeah, I actually like all these T4 guys. I'm gonna have to think about which one I like best, but yeah, that is her kit. Let's move on to her cohort in crime, Red Guardian. All right, and here is my brother Reminex in the game. I mean, CM Cerebro. The Red Guardian. He is a hero, global skill protector with that military tag as well. And all of these stats, guys, are based on 7 gold stars, 4 red, level 80, gear tier 14, maxed out T4s on his skills. So let's go take a look at those skills. And as you would expect for a protector, 245,000 health. That is pretty good. That is in the upper quarter of all characters in the game. Damage, though, very, very low, very disappointing, but he's not there to deal damage. That's what Yelena's there for. That's what these other characters are going to be there for. Good armor, decent focus, good resistance, upper quarter of all characters, but he is slow as mud, 84 total speed. But we'll take a look at his passive, because it looks like the turn 1, they're going to get some little extra speed. So on spawn, gaining taunt. So opening taunt, just like Drax. This is very, very good, guys. Opening turn taunt, defense up, applying speed up to all skilled military allies. So unfortunately, he's always, I think he's applying it just to allies. He may not be applying it himself. If he's not applying it himself, that is even better. We'll have to see when we look at the footage, guys. When taunting, when this character drops below 50% health, excuse me. If taunting, clear taunt, and heal self for 30% of this character's max health, it's gonna be hard to kill. Very, very hard to kill. And I like this kind of mechanic that we saw with Stature a little earlier, a few characters ago, where when dropping below 50% max health, well, gonna clear that taunt. So I kind of like that they're doing this, allowing that tank to survive a little longer, also gaining 25% block chance and 5% per skill ally, gaining 10% block amount as well. So yeah, he's gonna be hard to kill. He's pretty beefy. Opening turn taunt, reminiscent of Drax. I think Drax is the only one that has that opening turn taunt. So Drax and Red Guardian, unless I'm not remembering someone. But anyway, 30% max health. Skill military allies also gain 30% max health. As this character has 3 or more skill military allies, gonna gain extra focus. And skill military allies also gaining that extra focus. So this is gonna help the entire team, especially Yelena Belova, who needs that extra focus. She already has some very good focus relative to the other characters in the game, especially for her special right here. So this is a very good passive right here. It's going to help the entire team. The T4, what it does, you're gaining extra 20% max health. So that is good. Skilled military allies also gaining that extra max health, that extra 20% max health. So just there, that makes this a very good T4 in my opinion. But You're also always applying speed up to all skilled military allies. So yeah, that speed up is going to help as well. So I think this is a no-brainer as far as passive. Let's take a look at the rest of his skills though. First one we want to take a look at as far as skills is Soviet Slam. Attacking the primary target, 340% damage. Chain up to 1 adjacent target for 280% damage. Gaining defense up. That is good. He's a tank. He's going to need that defense up. In war, applying defense up to adjacent allies. So the placement of this team is going to matter, guys, especially in war. Or maybe only in war. But yeah, the placement is going to matter. 25% chance to gain an assist from a Yelena Belova ally, not from a Black Widow ally. All right. But they have synergy with each other. She has synergy sort of with Black Widow. Counterattack breaks this chain like it does with all chains there. Let's move ahead to his next skill. That is actually, that's looking pretty good. Extra damage, 60% damage to primary and secondary targets for that T4. Let's move on to his next skill, his special, and that is Iron Curtain, clearing 2 negative effects. This is available on turn 1 after a slow turn 1. I mean, the other team may have taken at least 2 moves by the time he takes his first one because he is so slow. 2 negative effects, clearing them. If this character is above 50% health, gain taunt, which is it's a good one. Otherwise, he's going to heal for 20% of this max health. So I like that. This is another one there. If he's low on health, he's not going to taunt. So this makes it kind of silly AI proof is what this is doing, because normally players aren't going to do that, but the AI would, and this prevents the AI from doing that. They're supposed to be a war offense team, but it looks like they could function pretty decent on defense as well. Applying defense up to self and all allies, that is very helpful. Healing self and all allies for 20% of this character's max health. So getting a taunt, defense up, and healing. This is a very, very strong skill. And at level 7 with that T4 in there, clearing 2 negative effects, which is good, and extra healing, extra 5% healing. So this is a strong move. I'm liking his kit so far a lot. I'm actually liking both of their kits so far. Let's move on to his next skill, which is his ultimate. Red Star. This is a big cooldown, guys. 5-turn cooldown, but is available on turn 1. Transfer 1 positive effect, excluding taunt, from primary target to self and all military allies. So there is that skill again, and you'll notice a theme with that certain skill, guys. You have it on 4 of these 5 characters. Attacking the primary target and adjacent targets, 500% damage of his little base damage. So it's not huge damage, but it's good. 500% of it. Applying ability block to the primary target. That is actually what I like better about this move. But yes, the T4 on this, 100% damage to primary and adjacent targets. That seems like a lot of extra damage, but I'm not sure if this is worth it just because his base stats are so low. Maybe if you end up getting good red stars in this character, but that is it for Red Guardian. Let me know your thoughts on Yelena and Red Guardian as we move forward to some of the reworks of these characters. All right, and here's my boy, our favorite Hero City character. Maybe not all of our favorites, but he's got a military tag. Look at that, guys. He's got the military tag, and as we take a look at some of his rework skills, the first is his special grenade launcher. Now, what has changed? Well, attacking the primary target, this part has changed. This whole line up at the top is different, though. So if this character has 3 more skill, military allies transfer 1 positive effect, excluding taunt, stealth, and evade from primary target to self and all skill military allies. So there is that skill again. Now, this part at the bottom with his attack, that is exactly the same. No reworks there. And as far as his T4, as we scroll down, guys, it is gaining 20% extra damage to primary and secondary targets. And if his character has 3 or more skilled military allies, it looks like it is that whole line that is part of that T4. So it doesn't look like this gains a rework at all until you put that T4 into his skill. And as we move on to his ultimate fully loaded, this could be very, very scary, guys. All right, so he's still attacking all enemies, 200% damage, 20% piercing. But if this is in war, if this character has 3 more skilled military allies, so on a full skilled military team, first, before he does that, he's going to attack the primary target, 240% damage and 20% piercing. That is the extent of the Punisher rework. So I think for me, I'm most excited about that military tag, but let's move on. And the next character getting a slight rework is our boy Merc Soldier. This guy had the most disappointing rework of all the Mercs when they got their tag, but yes, it looks like he's finally getting his due. Getting that military tag, guys. And this move right here, attacking the primary targets. Now, it used to be primary target 240% damage, adjacent targets 190 damage. Now, they're both getting 240% damage. So that is a big change here. Applying bleed is another new thing added to this skill. And in war, you're going to clear 2 positives on the primary and adjacent targets. That is all new. The other new thing that he got is his passive right here, tactical loadout. Now, what is new? Well, before it used to be gaining 20% extra damage and 15% health. Now it is gaining 30% extra damage and 15% health. And in war, this whole thing is new, guys, gaining additional 30% damage, 20% max health. So that is good. And it's kind of like a leadership ability, more max health, more damage. So this team is going to be very, very beefy with all the extra max health they're getting from passive Red Guardian and Merc Soldier, but military allies also gaining extra 30% damage. So they're going to be able to have a lot of health and hit very, very hard. Let's move on to the last, but certainly not least character getting a rework, and that is our boy Killmonger. So Killmonger also getting that military tag, guys. And he also has that trait chargeable. So this is a new skill, or the new trait that he has. So not sure what this is going to lead to. Maybe something down the road. Let me know your thoughts on what this chargeable stat could mean. First rework he got was to his special. And what it used to be was just the damage right here, attacking the primary target 200%. But this whole line is new. And it looks like to get this whole line right here, you're going to need to put that T4 into him. He's still getting that 40% damage with that T4. But this character has 3 more skill. Military ally transfer 1 positive effect, excluding taunt from primary target to self and all skill military allies. So that is that skill, again, that we see on 4 out of 5 of these characters, guys. So that is a theme with this team right here. And the other rework he got was to his passive. So all of this stuff is new. The only change is that counterattack chance. 20% counterattack chance for him, and gaining 20% extra for each Wakandan and skill military allies. So yeah, that is all new. So he's getting counterattack chance a lot. Every time he's getting hit on this full military skill military team, well, he is going to hit back. All right, and here we see this full skill military team going into battle against the Asgardians. And the note that we got from Cerebro, this team is made to hard counter the Asgardians. I'm expecting some big punch-ups with the Asgardians, which might free up your symbiotes or Aimtron or whatever team you use to counter Asgardians right now. Free up that team to counter some other team. Then you could use this Red Room team, or skill, I keep saying Red Room, skill military team on the Asgardians. As you see, they took out Hela and Greg. Their Loki goes out, so no stealth in there. Thor is still alive. Heimdall, Sif, all still alive, but with that extra damage. And this should be a punch across, guys. With that extra damage, these Asgardians, even with their war bonuses, not surviving at all. Hela is dead. Loki is dead. All they have is the damage from Thor. Thor is down, though. So this team making quick work of them. And just a matter of time before they take out Sif and Heimdall. But stay tuned, guys, because they are going to counter the Marauders next. And we will see them in action against the Marauders. And this is very, very interesting. And the note that we got from Cerebro about them countering the Marauders, they should be able to punch across. Now, punch ups against the Marauders might be kind of difficult. So if you're looking to counter the Marauders with this team, you're going to have to build up your Yelena, your Red Guardian, your Killmonger, your Punisher, your Merc Soldier in order to counter them. Because I know, at least for my alliance, we're seeing some pretty big Marauders. There's the Asgardians, though. They make pretty quick work of them. But now it is the juicy time. Now, there's a lot of debug stuff on the screen, which is why Cerebro said this footage was zoomed in so much. But yeah, there we go. Opening move, disrupted on Strife. This screws up the Marauders so much, the Marauders so much. And oh, look at that. Sinister almost dead. Is he even going to get to clone anybody? It's only 2 turns and he's almost dead. Big attack on Emma. And there we go. See, Punisher going after Sabretooth and taking out Mr. Sinister. So no clones with this battle because he's already dead. Not even taking all their turns and he's already dead. All right, so this is a big, tricky move from Emma, slowing everybody. But remember, they are able to steal a lot of positive effects, excluding taunt, with a lot of their moves. So they can take this immunity. They can take the defense up. They can take a lot of these skills, guys. There we go, making work on Strife and Sabretooth. Clears the death proof. 1 more hit. There he goes. It is a 5-on-3 battle at this point, guys. And Emma is a very good character, but I don't even know if she could save him at this point. Merc Soldier, blind. looking very, very low health. And oh, Yelena almost taking out Strife. This battle is over once Strife is gone, though, guys. Almost done. Merc Soldier misses because of that blind. There goes Punisher, finishing the job. A lot of barrier on Emma. Mystique is almost down, though, but I think this battle is pretty much over. No Sinister, no Strife, just the Mystique there. Maybe taking out one of these guys, but yeah, this is pretty much over. There's more slows, more defense up, more immunities, and Killmonger gets through Mystique. And now it is just a barrier up in diamond form Emma that the Mercs have to counter. There she goes. Her barrier is gone. Just a few more moves until her health is gone. She could even take this turn right here, but it does not matter because it's a 5-on-1 battle. And as good as Emma is, even she can't survive a 5-on-1 battle against similarly powered opponents. There she goes. Boom, big move from Red Guardian, that low damage, and there comes the big damage from Yelena, and boom, it is done. All right, guys, and there was a military skill team in action. Let me know your thoughts. Led by Red Guardian, Yelena, they are looking very strong, and I gotta say, I'm actually looking more forward to this team, at least in the short term, than the partial teams that we're gonna get with X-Force and the Astonishing X-Spin. Yeah, I think this is a team that we could use right away during this update. So yeah, not an incomplete Red Room team, a full military skill team. Let me know your thoughts on it, guys. Is this something, a team that has you hyped? Or is this just another war offense team for you? Let me know your thoughts, guys. I will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoy this update. I hope there's a lot to talk about. It looks like a very fun-filled update. And I will see you guys later. I will see you guys tomorrow on the live stream, and I will see you tomorrow for another video, the weekly news update. So give me a Hulk fist bump before you go, guys. ValleyFlyin, out!